Excellent. All right then, folks. So we have found gold, which means for a change that we can afford to eat. Because remember, no gold, no food. But we got our gold. We can come in here and see our butcher, Mr. Crees. So, what's Mr. Crees got hanging up here? Meat. What sort of meat? Not quite lamb, sir.
Chicken.
Sorry? Not goat, not pig. We're on the right track with lamb.
Chicken.
Anybody ever heard mutton?
Yes.
Yes. So this is mutton. Now, it is not lamb. Lamb is the nice young tender tasty stuff that you folks are used to. They're not going to waste that good stuff on us diggers here in Ballarat. So instead, that goes down to the posh folks down in Melbourne. So instead, we get the mutton. The old, new, gnarly, chewy, horrible, fatty sheep. So, what we're going to do, come here, see Mr. Crees, hand over our piece of gold, and then he's going to evaluate that piece of gold and hand us a piece of meat that equates to the value of that gold. What we're then going to do is take that piece of meat and give it a good squeeze. Why do you think we're squeezing it? It's not tender, not fresh, not water or blood. What can we hear? Anybody hear that buzzing? Flies, maggots. You give it a good squeeze and a lot of maggots fall out, you're going to hand it back and go, no thank you, I'll have another piece please. You give it a good squeeze and only a couple of maggots fall out, you're going to go, yes thank you, I'll have that piece. You're always going to get maggots in your food because this is how we store it. Don't worry, it is extra protein. So, on top of the maggoty mutton we have to eat, we also have damper. Does everybody know what damper is? Yeah? It's a sort of flour water bread mix that you cook over the campfire. Not very nutritional, but it does fill you up. So that's what we've got to eat. Mutton and damper. If you want to change things up a bit, you can have damper and mutton. But that's it. No fruit, no vegetables, most importantly, no vitamins. So it does mean after a couple of months of eating a diet like that, you're going to end up with a really nasty disease called scurvy. So what happens with scurvy is your gums go soft, that makes your teeth wobble, they'll eventually fall out, and then your organs will start to shut down one by one. It is a very painful and nasty way to go. So remember folks, always eat your fruit and veg. So, that's what we have to eat. What do we have to drink?
Water.
Water. Where do we get our water from?
River.
In the creek. Where's everybody panning for gold? In the creek. Now on a Sunday we all like to have a wash. Where do we have a wash? In the creek. Now on a Sunday while we're having a wash we also like to wash our clothes. Where do we wash our clothes? In the creek. Where do we go to the toilet? Don't be disgusting. We do not go to the toilet in the creek. What we'll do instead is we'll dig a trench halfway up that hill there, go to the toilet in there. However, when it rains, that trench will quite often overflow, so it all ends up